Oh, oh, my own stream's audio is playing. That's that's not good. Turn that shit off. Oof. Also, we didn't get a island alert today because I had to get up earlier to do something. So I have practically 0 bells right now in the bank because I decided this would be a suitable thing to purchase. Joe Wholesome Hours. So I bought all this. Each is 100 turnips. Sitting here is, I mean, they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So 7, row 7, thing of 6 or whatever. I'm pretty sure there's 4,000 turnips there. Oh, those are worth a shitload of bells. Yep. So I bought a ton of them because I figured, you know, we could sell them for a high price. I mean, I might ask Mr. King, what his bell... Oh, no, I can't. Can't sell bells on sell turnips on Sunday. It's a funny day and those eggs will be gone. Fucking finally, honestly. Turnips go off after a day. Nope, they go off after a week. If they go off after a day, you wouldn't be able to sell them. Also, they go off if you time skip. At all. You good there while you sound ill? I just woke up. Let me just... Sunny Bar? I just snorted real loud. I also did turn up my mic volume a bit. I should probably turn it down, actually. I think I've had a slightly deeper voice for a few days now. Maybe I'm going through second puberty. I mean, it could be that. Or, it's because I streamed for 9 fucking hours yesterday. Of Risk of Rain 2. Jesus Christ, it's such a long stream, dude. You know, I'm kind of glad now that I can say, that my longest stream ever isn't a random Minecraft stream that literally no one watched. I can now say that it's a random Risk of Rain stream that no one watched. I'm looking at you guys. Time to do a black screen stream for 3 hours. 10 hours, sorry. Big difference. Ooh. Oh, fuck. Come on. It's not what I wanted, where I wanted you to hop. Sick money rock. So, I spent about 400,000 on turnips. That was pretty much everything that I had. The money you're seeing in my pockets right now, that's all the money I have. Pretty much. You put money into golden holes yet? Yeah. Lots of them, actually. Every time I found one, I've pretty much done it. Except from yesterday when I found one and I forgot. Dude, I forgot a lot of things yesterday, actually. I could have gone another villager, and then I just completely blanked on it. How do you get huge returns if you put max in? Only partially true. There's a maximum. You can only put 10k in. Put any more and you lose money. But I also don't know how to section off money. Do I do it from the inventory screen? Yeah. Well, when we find the money hole, we can do that. Y'all ever put money in your money hole? The secret private hole, you know? Unfortunately, these money holes right here, the ones I put these trees in, they were only with 1,000 bells, so I don't get much from those. Where the freak is this wharf roach? I can't believe I'm looking at a staircase that costs 100k. Dude, I could literally dig up like 4 shovels of grass and make that shit myself. You know, I wish the default inclines and the default bridges were buildable. Like, you could just make them yourself for like a decent chunk of work. But good ones costed money, you know? Also, this is nice music. Wow. So, unfortunately, I think I got the shaft when it comes to how much the turnips costed. I think they actually, for me, they costed max, which is really unfortunate. Because I heard that they can cost between 90 and 110 bells. They costed 110 bells for me. So I think I genuinely got the max price. But I mean, at the very least, I can try and make an even, you know. I doubt there isn't going to be a time when they are less than that. Well, that's a wrong way to word that. More like I doubt there's going to be a time where I can't make even. So how does turnip selling work? It's basically just... What is the, It's basically just bitcoins. Buy them for a low price. Sell them when they get a higher price. It's like gold as well, and precious metals. Buy them when they're low, sell them when they're high. If you can't do that, then try and make even. Sure, you're just keeping them around. Yeah. You just gotta keep them there until you find a good price. Unfortunately, you can't, like I said, you can't sell them on Sundays, so... Basically, you can't sell them on the same day that you buy them, which is understandable. That means you can't just, you know, buy a shit ton of them, turn a profit, then buy a shit ton of them, and turn a profit, and just make infinite money, you know? It means you actually have to, you know... You can do that if you have a friend, I think. No... I don't think there's a single time zone that... Maybe Japan. You can maybe find a friend from Japan. Because... Is there any time zone where at... Was it 5 AM? It is below... It is before 8 PM. I'm pretty sure Japan is. I'm pretty sure Japan is the way to go. What am I doing? Oh, that's why. Because what you need to do is you need to buy them from Daisy May. And she only appears between 5 AM and 12 PM. Because, you know, noon is PM, of course. Not confusing at all. So she leaves when it reaches past morning. But she stays from 5 AM. So if you can find a time zone where your friend is at that has the shops open, which is 8 AM to 8 PM, then you're pretty good. I mean, you're almost pretty close already, actually, with European. Actually, no, you could do it with. No, you can't. No, you can't. Because again, it can't be on Sunday. So the time has to be backwards. Time can't be forward. So I guess then the more accurate question is there a time zone that is before 8 PM on the previous day and 5 AM on your current day? Because if not, there's no way you're selling it on the same day. So I don't think there is. I think that's impossible. Because I'm pretty sure that Japan is way ahead. Japan is like 10 hours, 14 hours ahead. I know it's theoretically possible to celebrate 5 New Years in the same day. So it may be possible. I think it's maybe something that Nintendo probably considered. Nintendo are the type to obsess over really dumb shit and not actually address proper issues. So I can guarantee they probably chose a time that was perfect for making that system impossible. Maybe this is one of those things where they didn't give a shit, you know? The amount of shit that Nintendo gives is very, very different for shit, per thing. Dude, freaking whatever her name is. I don't know her name yet, the elephant. The female elephant. Please. Quiet. Yeah, I don't know what her name is, the elephant. But she's absolutely obsessed with those flowers. Ooh. Is there any way to get turnips on a different day, plants or something? I think you can. I think that's one of those instances where probably. Okay, so I think there's no time zone where you can buy turnips, but you can sell them. But I think there is a time zone where someone else can buy turnips, but you can sell them. No, that wouldn't work. That's stupid. Then the other would work. No. Actually, no. Yes, because time zones exist. I think then, you know, having a friend in Japan, going to their world, buying a bunch of turnips, coming to your world, who's like 15 hours behind. Well, 12. And you could probably sell them. It'd probably be like a tight squeeze, you know, like an hour or two. I think you can do that. But also no, there's no way to get turnips on a different day. You can't plant them, you can't buy them, you can't do anything, you can't find them. The only way to get turnips is between 5 and 12 on Sundays. If from the good turnip price, you can even get an easy 14 mil. 1.4 mil. I mean, you said 1.4 mil. I said 14 mil. Both are true, honestly. Turnips are insane sometimes. You can get extremely lucky. And sometimes turnips will skyrocket to 600 randomly. And if you bought turnips for at all, and you find a price worth 600, oh, you're rich. You're basically done. The game's over at that point. You won. What do we got to do? I mean, I've been avoiding the event stuff right now because it's bunny day. But we can talk to the bunny guy. We can find him out. I wonder if he'll actually reveal to us who he is. Nuke sees all your money makes you learn more than this. I just love telling those kids having to say, do you want this for $1 million? What is with the fucking Crash Bandicoot Lab set? You can have this, and probably also that, that. Maybe a bit of, it's good. You can have the eggs. Eggs are on the house. Give me 20k. Got him. So yeah, I made him go for a low price. And then he was like, oh shit, I gotta one-up it. Got him. Fruit are fucking lucrative, dude. Fruit are insanely good. I hear him. I hear him to the left. I don't want him. Can we go talk to Fang instead? I mean, we can't because he's moving in. And all he's gonna say is, we are moving in. Okay, y'all are not prepared for how deep this guy's voice is, by the way. He is super unassuming. He does not look like he has that voice. Hey, they got 2 wolves now. Sell fruit. Easy peas. Increase your wardrobe and change your look. I did that yesterday. And they're meant to be foxes? I think so. I mean, he's closer to a wolf because he's, you know, grey. I mean, he looks more like a wolf than he does a fox. But I think they are supposed to be foxes. But they are just supposed to be foxes, so... Yeah, Audie is definitely more foxy because she's got that orange coat. Yeah, definitely. She's the only peppy villager, which is cool. I mean, there's a handful. Most of them are pretty hype to hype you up. For digging, I didn't know this. Wait. I always wondered how you. Oh, I always wondered how you did this. How you? I saw people digging up trees, and I was like, how the hell do you dig up trees? There's so many trees I want to move. Can you just... Gamer! Yeah, I didn't know that. Could you believe it? They actually gave me useful information. For once. Entire tree in pocket. I mean, we carry massive, like, we can carry literally, like, 12 T-Rexes in our inventory. But Audie is a wolf. Is she? I have been to several a day. Lucky. It's like they've been infected, dude. They're infected with the Easter virus. Wiki says so. Oh hey, this villager. Oh yeah, she actually talked to me for once. Is that an Incredibles mask? You know, I really like that aspect, actually. I really like how you can... Yeah. If you constantly talk to them or try to talk to them, they eventually open up and actually talk to you. I mean, it's not good life advice. Cordoy. Can you believe it? Characters actually progress in this game. And it depends on your own actions. Isn't that a wild thing? It looks fucking dumb. I mean, it looks a lot like Jason, even when they're really dumb, so... That's how Jason looks like, to be honest. We can get all the Power Ranger outfits if we want. Honestly, they're more like the Japanese Power Rangers, honestly. I forgot what they're called. I want to be the Black Ranger, who's always a black person, no racism included. Looks quite nice. I mean, you would become one uniform color if you wore that one. She can't get to me. Honestly, like, how gorgeous this game is in general is kind of crazy. Considering, you know, it's on the Switch. The console is almost as big as my freaking phone, and it's running this. Well, my phone is bigger, but, you know. No, my phone is smaller. What am I talking about? My phone is smaller, but honestly, it's not that much smaller. Super Sentai is Japanese Power Rangers. I thought it began with a K. It's, the Switch is, like, at least bigger than my finger. You know what? I'm gonna compare them here. Where's my phone? My phone. Oh, there you are. Oh. Okay, so, my phone is the same length as the Switch. Like, in terms of width, my phone is the same. In terms of height, it's just barely bigger. Like, it's maybe 10% bigger. That's fucking insane. The Switch is so fucking small, dude. That's crazy. And it's running this? And this is like 3-year-old tech. I've seen the Switch Lite, it's even smaller, I know. Shame the Switch Lite sucks. Oh well. You know, seriously? Ah, seriously. I'll say why in a minute, but it's interesting how he's called Zipper, and he actually has a zipper. I mean, I know it's on purpose, but, you know. This is like an episode of Scooby-Doo. Mmm. I wonder if he would tell you who he is if you casted all his recipes. Unfortunately, I don't really think we have the resources to. So that'll be the type of thing that I'll have to look up, probably. But hey, if he wants all of one type, I probably have those, so... Ooh, 50 balloons. Look at the amount of freaking Nook Miles we have. Yeah, I don't think we're crafting all those recipes, unfortunately. Because there's a lot. There's all of this here, which requires freaking 2 of each, dude. And then there's all of this. You know, I maybe should have been storing up eggs instead of selling them. But they go for a good penny, dude. They sell for really well. So fuck you. I still have the entire tree. Don't mind me. Just carrying an entire tree in my inventory. You can tell it's Nintendo because there's as many eggs as there is Pokemon. There's as many recipes as there is Pokemon, like, jeez. So, I think we should go to the, or Mystery Island, of course. Why not? Let's try and find the money spot. Also, you see this here? I'm standing on right now? The window. So there's actual windows in the house. You can... Something I noticed is that the angle of the, you'd think it's stationary, right? You know, it's just, you know, the light comes in, puts a thing on the ground, and it puts a light on the ground, and that's it. But it actually also depends on your time of day. Because when I was up early, buying 4,000 turnips, the light from the window was actually right next to the window, and now it's all the way to the right, to the other side of the house, because you know, sun's moved. Actually, no, I can't blame people for thinking that she's probably a fox. Because she says foxtrot. You know? It's wouldn't be that hard to make that correlation. They said there was a message in a bottle across the island. I wonder if that makes one spawn. Oddie is basically a fox, honestly. Yeah. I mean, she's like... maybe a few small details off. Can they not grow here? I don't think that the trees can grow here. Because otherwise that one would have grown. Yeah, the only thing that she's missing... Oddie may be a reference to a grandma that had 3,500 hours. Yep, I heard about that. If she is, that's super sweet. It's really nice. I hope she's still kicking. Okay. We'll destroy it. Give us egg. Oddie, you lied to me. She released a video of her unboxing an Animal Crossing Switch edition. Good on her. Or a Switch Animal Crossing edition. There we go. Planted. Easy. Oh, Maranga. Marangu? How do you say that? Maranga. Is it Maranga? Or Marangu? 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 Honestly, I think that's just the actual meringue. I think I'm just being stupid. It's not... I don't see meringues very often, so... excuse. Oh, I was gonna say why this... if you get a free AC cosmetic switch... Oh, cool. Yeah, they're pretty expensive, so... Well, I mean, both the Switch... You know, I was actually kind of tempted to buy the Animal Crossing Switch Edition, because I was like, it looks so good. I really want it. But then I was like, that is such a colossal waste of money. I mean, honestly, I've maybe bought worse. Look at my Smash Edition Switch. Man, I was so disappointed by Smash. Man, I was really looking forward to that. You know, I want to know what it is that they're drinking. Is it like some sort of banana milkshake thing? Because it looks like sand in a cup. I mean, and if they want to drink that, that's fine by me. But, the Switch... Pocket Sand 2.0 Cup Sand. The Switch Lite, isn't great, because, I mean, it's an upgrade in a lot of ways. But it's not great because it's smaller. You think, oh, smaller means it's more carryable. But it's in this weird limbo zone where it's not small enough to be to make a difference on, like, if you were carrying a normal Switch, for example, it's basically, you have to carry it in the same way as a Switch Lite, because the difference is so small, it doesn't really matter. But the difference is enough to matter in terms of controls. Because one of people's many criticisms of the Switch when it first came out was how unwieldy the controller was. Like the Joy-Cons. How uncomfortable they were, how small they were, how... You know. So, making them smaller than that, even... I wouldn't say that's smart. I mean, it's not intended for adults, though. I think that's the thing that you kind of got to keep in mind, though. The Switch Lite isn't really intended for adults. It's intended for kids, I'm pretty sure. Which is why I implore people not to buy it. If you're, you know, over 18 years old. Not because it's a kid's toy, but because it probably doesn't suit you as well. I would highly recommend buying the, also people say, well, I'll buy it because it's cheaper. And it's like, yeah, sometimes. Depends on the region. But when I looked it up, when it just got announced, and I looked up the comparison prices, I think a Switch Lite, plus a case, plus a game, was $280. And that's you know, a Switch Lite bundle. But then I looked up a bundle for the normal Switch, and it was about $320. Or $360. Around there. So the difference was, you know, 40 to 60 pounds. I buy it because it removes the whole controller detach thing. Yeah, but then you wouldn't get it on your screen, you know? You wouldn't be able to put it onto a TV. And I think that's a massive... Oh! Money! We're at the money zone, boys. Lucky. There are new instruments in this song. There's a new bong instrument. Yeah, I think for something that's about 40 pounds cheaper, I think losing, well, first off, the controllers being smaller, more unwieldy, on top of losing the ability to put it onto the TV screen, on top of losing the dual controllers, on top of losing... I think it's not anywhere near a worthwhile trade-off. I think it's, especially considering, it's intended, the Switch Lite's intended for kids. It's not gonna be easy. Like, I have small hands, and I still struggle with the Switch. I mean, I can play it. When it's out of the dock, I can play it just fine. But I won't lie, I do kind of wish the controllers were bigger. So, I'm waiting until Nintendo decides to go and do a Switch Pro, which increases its size and power a little bit. I'm not looking for a massive increase, by the way. Nintendo, they don't really need power to create gorgeous looking games. You know, they do that. I don't think Nintendo are really strapping for power. But a bigger Switch, more power, more battery life, bigger controllers. I would like that. I would definitely buy it. Because I'm perfectly fine with buying straight upgrades. Oh, there's nothing much on this island at all. My name is Germa. Do we take him? Do we grab him by the throat and throw them at our own island? Permanently borrow them. I think you can only get 2 resources here. Yeah. Because we can wait for another one. We can see what's on the next island. This is a shorter island than most of them. So we're definitely going to buy another one and go on another island. But this place is good because you get moolah. Because, believe it or not, we do need... actually, we don't need stone. Is that the Mario 1-Up tune? Yeah? It is the Mario 1-Up tune. Epic crossover? Dude, do y'all remember the Splatoon Mario crossover hoax that happened when Splatoon 1 came out? Where, there was like a leaked piece of splash art showing Mario with the flood on his back. And that you were going to be able to play as him in Splatoon 2. Or Splatoon 1. I remember that so vividly. And everyone, I mean, not everyone, but most people bought it. Because it looked pretty genuine. Because I think Mario was in a render that no one had seen before. You know, that's the way to make a what's it called? Yeah, it would make sense. Yeah, it's the most Nintendo thing that Nintendo could do. It just makes sense. But the most convincing way to make a good hoax, one that people will buy and fight over until the death, is to have an original render. Have a render that no one has seen before, doesn't look like any other pose. Maybe has like a few new things on it. Also, having it be a boring hoax as well. One that, you know, it's like, yeah, right, it's too easy. Because if you do it like slightly outlandish, like something that doesn't really make that much sense, but enough sense for you to go, ah, I could see that. That's the most convincing hoaxes, the ones that do something slightly crazy, but not crazy enough to be unreasonable. So a Rick and Morty crossover with Animal Crossing. Hey, 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 hey! I said reasonable here. And the pickle over one. I actually made a pretty good joke. Let me see if I can find that epic joke I made. Why don't I move while I'm doing it? You know what? I can just find it like this. Oh yeah. When I was editing my VOD for the first Risk of Rain part, I accidentally typed the game in as Rick of Rain. And I sent it to someone, and I said, funniest shit I've ever seen. Wait, was there a fourth option there? No. Okay. Wow, that was a short-ass island. Oh. This is not a deal. This is not a deal. I have eggs. Look at that zipper. Oh, he's looping now. Pull it down. Grab it. Expose him for who he truly is. I know you're under there. Undertaker from WWE. No, you can't destroy ecosystems and make profits out of this islands at the same time. Rock good twang. Dude, there are so many islands right now that are just fucking empty. Destroyed. There's just some axes in there. How many egg do we have? Don't ask any questions. Mods, can you ban him? Thank you. Okay, I don't have any mods. Oh, I wonder how my fruit orchard is going on. What was that boing? Do any of you have fleas? You don't, you're just throwing your stick out there, hoping something catches on it? Yeah, I know about that one. It's very good. I really liked it during the fishing tournament, where they didn't count as fish. The fucking wharf roach here, dude. Mole cricket, sorry. I swear, these things are hard to find, dude. Got him. If you ruin an island's ecosystem in this, does the island rest once you've left? Don't worry. Global warming will suck it up eventually. Time to make profit. Oh fuck. Does the island reset? Yeah. I'm pretty sure the island resets. But I also, actually, it probably doesn't, not in the coding wise. I doubt it resets coding wise because, you know, you just put them into another. Can I not bury it? I can't fucking bury it! Because I don't have a shovel. I'm pretty sure that island just gets, like, deleted. Build another one. No. Buildings for chumps. Unless you have to build them to actually get them. There's a great sound effect, by the way, in the track. I always put in boing in my tracks. Plant. I didn't mean to put away. Period. There you go. Ah, this is looking like a bit of an orchard. I guess we suck these up and put them somewhere else. There it is. There's my money. Here's my life's work. Right here. First time catching a stream. Welcome. Gotta get these fossils organized. Assessed? Organized? I meant assessed. What I also want to do? Put that money away. Okay, so we go and get them assessed then. Yo. Whoa, I didn't realize his when he emotes like that, his emotes are actually in the game world. The sounds are originating from him. So you can actually hear them echoing across the walls. I didn't know that. I thought they were just, you know, sound effects that played. Plus wakes up. Plus this is the N word. Ah. We should have quite a lot of fossils now. I think we're probably reaching the point where it's going to be difficult to find actual fossils that we don't have. Oh. Let's go have a look. Oh, this is executed for racism. It's Tom Nook here. We're announcing a new change to the island. We're bringing back capital punishment. As you can see, we have a new hanging station right here. Please enjoy. Ooh. Every single one of them here is complete. Suicide is badass. Australiopith? Damn, I didn't know Australians dated all the way back there. I believe the Aussie accent is actually the original accent of the Earth. Oi, Nog! Give me my crowbar. No, not crowbar. Give me my club. I mean, I don't know, maybe Neanderthals did have crowbars back then, you know? You never know. Crowbars might be a natural thing that happened, you know? I mean, I find crowbars all the time growing out of trees. The good stuff. Crowbars make good stew. The Freeman tree. Gee, I wonder who made it. Oh. You know, I wonder if that's supposed to entice you to actually do it yourself. See, here's the capital punishment zone. This is where the hanging occurs. So many of the animals are endearing as hell. Their designs are amazing. Nintendo knocks it out of the park every single time, honestly. With character designs. They just look so good. You could make you like him big and chunky. Find a lower mortgage rate. Oh, I meant to talk, not actually, cast. Oh, for fuck's sake. I like the little detail as well. The small little effect of a star falling on their head. A small little thing. They're so expressive. It's perfect. It just makes me want to keep talking to them and see what they say. I especially love it when they talk together with other villagers. That's when, like, their true colors come out. Yeah, they're still going for it. Just to fucking suck. I like how they missed and they're like, oh, I'm out of here. You're finding rocks here? I'm pretty sure there's 0 stones in this island, honestly. And... Ooh! Weird. Hmm. Yeah, they actually show you where they are. Oh. Honestly, one of my favorite things about most of the villagers in this game is how intricately they're designed into the like the game world, in the sense that they tell you and show you a lot of information. So stuff like that, where Plucky was looking into the sky at the present, basically telling you where it is because of where they're looking. Or, you know, the biggest and easiest example to see is them literally not stopping fucking talking about the Bunny Day shit. This is a real Bippin moment right now. Man, this game's great, dude. That's a mushroom cloud covers island. What's up, boys? Each surprise box. Plant. That pretty much explains my armor session yesterday. You know, that is a nice plant. I'm gonna buy that. Monstera. Tile flooring, red dotted wall. Red dotted wall might be nice. Look, a meth lab, I mean science kit. They gotta get the money somehow. I mean, yeah, they gotta get the money to pay me for my 4,000 turnips. Lab experiments set. Holy fuck no. I bet you can actually do that. Thing. Newton's Cradle. They have the Newton's Cradle there to make themselves look sciencey, so that you You believe it's a science set and not an actual drug set. Mutant Krills are so good. No one would. Casually walking with 400,000 turnips in pocket. 400,000? I would love that. Holy shit. 400,000 turnips? That'd be fucking gamer, dude. Money, dude. That would be actually incredible. What do you mean I can't put anything here? There's a spot literally right in front of me. Place. There you go. I'm trying. There's a secret turnip black market and Tom Nook runs in the background. Yeah. Turnip black market. I said 4,000, no, not 400,000. I know. I mispronounced it. I read it wrong. I mean, if I was carrying... I don't think I actually can carry 4,000 turnips in my pockets. I think that's too many. No, I think that's just enough, actually. But just enough space. I have one of every egg, I think. I wasn't the dumb one. I am usually the dumb one. By the way, I should be streaming Risk of Rain later. In about 2 hours or so. Oh, Risk of Rain 2, that is. Fun as hell, dude. Oh, I wanted to talk to Mr. Annoying Man. Oh. Wow. But that was your Discord. Yeah, that was my Discord, not yours. I fucking hate that. I mean, I should say every time. It's my Discord, honestly. Oh! I almost shot him. Man, I wish I did. I know it's not mine because nobody messaged me. There's actually a reason I keep my Discord unmuted when I'm streaming. That's because of a something talking about. Remember Little Bunny. He was still talking even though I was talking and wasn't progressing his dialogue. But 2 years ago something happened to my stream mid-stream and I didn't know about it. And people were messaging me on Discord, and, you know, I wasn't getting notifications for it. So ever since then, I've just kept my notifications off, and just accepted that there's going to be Discord sounds. Oh. Fucking... It's mine. It's my Discord. Holiday basket. It's just a basket. Better than Windows cameos. Oh my god, Windows cameos. I forgot about those. I think we're not getting them anymore because my PC had to be reset. Windows what now? Y'all don't remember the Windows cameos? Where during every stream, like, I would get a Windows notification. Where it's like, hey, you haven't updated your shit. I guess maybe that just shows that I've gotten a bit more resourceful. You know? Well, not resourceful, a bit more, what would it be? Organized? Because in the past 4 months or so, I've been really working on my organization. Quite a lot, actually, where I'm now backing up my, my HHD every, like, half a month. Mostly on HDVR streams, right? Yeah. I'm watching your YouTube VODs a lot. Honestly, well, thanks. Because, at least knowing people watch my YouTube VODs is pretty good. Remember when we were watching something and we got a pop of congratulations, you've won? Hang on, let's see the evaluations. Please tell me we're at least 2 stars now. I don't want to be 1 star. Yeah, whew! Got him. I remember what. Oh, I thought a new message had come. I was about to read the same message twice. Healing scenery. Ah, scammer cameo. Huh? Oh, that's my. You're talking about my fucking turnips, aren't you? You stay out of that. That's my lucrative stock business. I own that land. What do you mean it makes good economic sense? I have $400,000 fucking bells of turnips right there, dude. Do you know the money I can get from that? You stay out of my turnip business. They're mine. I'm like, I want to watch some of your past streams, but I never found myself doing so. We'll just complain. I was gonna talk about. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about organization actually. I can do that in a second anyway. I kind of feel the same way about a lot of series on YouTube, or just streams or content that I watch, where are they technically islanders, not villagers? Yeah, basically. But if a YouTube series on villagers, yeah, I just call them villagers. Push the turnips and you will turn up dead. Yeah, we should also be buying recipes actually, and putting stuff out in the village. I don't know. I'm not really the. I don't really like just placing stuff out in the open randomly. I like to do it with reason, and I find that really hard because then I have to create some massive formulated plan of design, you know. And we don't have the creator kit yet, so I can't, structure it. But I think we have to do it or to get the creator kit anyway. So little bitcoins over the place if I want. But a lot of the time, when I'm watching or a YouTube series, or I want to watch a YouTube series, I get turned off primarily because of their length, or if they're multi-part. So, for example, I doubt that anyone's gonna watch... Actually, that's the primary reason that I don't put numbers on my HDVR streams. Because I know for a fact that people are not gonna watch them if it's a multi-part series, you know? That's why most of my series have, or most of my VODs have numbers on them, but my HDVR streams do not. Because I know that people are gonna not watch it if it's, you know, like part 20. Because then they're like, well, why would I start at part 20? Telling Twitch on my phone at the moment to put, so much your streams last. Plus, with HDVR and some other stuff, you don't need to put it into parts. Yeah, I could do the same with something like Risk of Rain. You don't really need to... Like, Risk of Rain is just a roguelike. You can pretty much start at any point, and you'll know what's going on. I did it with Rise of the Rotwieners because Rise of the Rotwieners was story-focused. So, that's one of the ones that's important to, the number, I think. Typically speaking, I try and weigh if it's worth, you know, numbering them. We all know how much suffering that stream caused. Yeah. I want to go back to it. I haven't even seen the ending. I kind of didn't care. It's a shame. But typically speaking, when there's, I actually got to know you with your HDVR VODs. Most people find me from my HDVR stuff. That's what gets me popular. I try and play it every now and then just to keep it up, you know, keep appearances, because people are going to want more of it. But I always appreciate it when it gateways someone else to my other stuff as well. Like people who just watch me for HDVR, that's fine. But usually the people you're looking for are the ones who stick for you. Find you when you spoke about yourself. That is unepic. Also, when it comes to numbered streams, at a certain point, I think it reaches a point where it doesn't matter anymore to viewers. Because, for example, my Dragon Ball FighterZ streams, I don't think people are going to care about watching that from part 1. Even though I number those streams, I don't think the numbers matter to most people at that point because they've gotten so high that watching all of those streams is would be such a piece of work. What was the right term I'm looking for? Such a commitment. It'd be such a commitment to watch all of those streams that it's just not worth it. So you can start watching my Dragon Ball FighterZ streams at pretty much any point. Because there's so many, and the number doesn't matter anymore, really. Yeah, that's pretty nice that you came from something pretty niche. You actually came from one of my older channels as well, not actually my VOD channel. So you won't be known as the DBFZ guy or the HDVR guy. I think I will. I'm known as like the guy who's really good at HDVR. But he also streamed like a ton of other shit. I know. Let me make sure that I get your stream notifications on my phone. If you really, really want notifications for my stream. I ping everyone whenever I stream in my own Discord server. You know, dedicated to the specific ones. Yeah. So if you join my Discord, whenever I start streaming, I ping everyone. And I also tell them, I also list what I'm streaming as well, alongside it. With a link to my Twitch, so... And I always figured that's the, as bot that pops up the bot Discord server. Oh yeah, and you get notified of every VOD I post as well. Nightbot. Actually, the one that we have is Meeseeks. That's in the description. Yeah, if you can scroll down on my Twitch and you can get a link to my Discord. It's also, there's also links to my Discord in my YouTube VOD descriptions. Also in the comment section of all my VODs. You know, I try and link it as much as possible and give people as much opportunities to hear that it exists. Because if they are interested in my streams and want to tune in more, I do let people know when I'm streaming. Because I feel that Twitch does a very inconsistent job of telling people when I'm streaming. And not everyone is just randomly scrolling Twitch every day waiting for my streams. So, you know, the more people who are in my server and the more people who watch my VODs that I can get to saying, hey, I am currently streaming right now, without the use of the shite that is Twitch, you know, the better. Oh, a bit of silence. I don't know if this is Info Waddicker merch link in bio. I mean, I draw. I do a lot of drawing, so I could actually make merch. But I probably wouldn't make merch as much as I would just make cool designs, you know? Some interesting stuff. Plus it looks good. I feel that merch... Yeah, when it comes to merch, I don't like merch that screams the property it's from. Like, if you have a shirt that just says Star Wars on it, it's like, cool. Epic. But if you have a shirt that has a really cool drawing or you know, abstract art of a Star Wars character or setting or arc or something, that's a lot cooler. Because then it's the type of thing that looks cool to most people, and anyone who is actually familiar with the source material then knows what it's from. You know, it's like a small little inside joke between you and random people. Your Angry Isabel would be cool to slap on a shirt. It would be, but it's a shame that Nintendo are probably not very happy if I did that. I would love to, though. I do have transparent versions of that drawing. And there's Nightbot. Yep, oh, Nightbot's right there. Hey, Nightbot. I don't know if it's a, links weren't working. I think the links should work. I like to hope they worked. Oh. But I don't know if it's a, not really a brag. It's more like half accepting fate in a way. I mean, I think I just have to say this, and it's gonna sound horrible, or it's gonna sound very egotistical. no matter which way I've worded it. But if I really, really wanted to just grow my channel, I could probably just stream HDVR for like 2 months in a row, every day. And I would probably get to like 5,000 subscribers on my VOD channel. My bot's link is different from the description link. Oh, I need to fix that. Thanks for informing me. I mean, it's a pain in the ass, but if I wasn't informed, it would never be fixed. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could get a lot of leeway, a lot of work, a lot of return if I just streamed HDVR for 2 months or so, or even longer. And I could get, like, really a lot from that, I think. And if I really, really wanted to gain, like, an audience extremely, extremely quickly and consistently, I could just do that. But I don't. Because streaming HDVR every single day, or just scream into the mic, talk about your mic, should be hype as hell, the usual. You know it. Ooh, it's my Discord, by the way. But I don't want to do that. As weird as this sounds, I don't really... I don't enjoy playing HDVR consistently. I mean, I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying I don't enjoy it consistently in the sense that once I've played it for about an hour or two, I'm usually like, yeah, that's me done. I am satisfied with what I've played for 2 weeks. You know? And if I play any more than that, it gets really tedious. You know. Because I've played Take and Hold for so long that it kind of just becomes noise, you know? Where I'm just playing it and I'm doing stuff and doing the rounds, you know? So, you know, after a certain point, I just don't really want to play it anymore. And not permanently either. I'm not saying and again, I'm not saying I don't enjoy it. I do. You can tell if I don't enjoy a game. Issues good in bursts, and that's kind of it. I agree. But again, it's the type of thing, I'm a big gun nut, so that's normally why I like your HDVR stuff. Whoever finds this, our weather was so nice out today that I went for a long walk. On my walk, I thought of this DIY recipe. I didn't want to waste a good idea, so now I'm sharing this with you. Try if you have the materials. Beach dress, that's cute. I already have it. Yeah, I would love to just... Don't get me wrong, I've got nothing wrong with rapidly growing my audience or stuff like that. Honestly, I think it would probably benefit me more in the long run if I did do something like that. Where if I just streamed HDVR for a long time. I think it would benefit it in the long run. In the short run, I would be bored as hell. But again, if I'm bored and I'm not really enjoying playing H3, I think that really kind of affects the stream negatively. I don't think people are going to want... Like, you can very quite easily tell when I'm not enjoying something. Like, even during a Risk of Rain stream, which I was doing 2 days ago, there was a section where I was constantly dying at the start of every wave, and I would have to sit there for like 10 minutes watching everyone else defeat the boss. And you could very easily tell I was not enjoying it. Like, I was in a world of hurt. I was I was hating it. You could very easily tell. And, you know, that's understandable, you know. Not getting to play the game is not fun. But I think the same would also apply to HDVR, where if I played it for several days in a row, you would notice my fatigue, you know? You would notice I'm more like, hey, we're playing HDVR, guys. Cool, we got the MP7. You know, it'd be a lot less fun to watch, I feel. So that's usually why I try and space them out. During HDVR streams, I really notice how your mood changes near the end. You enjoy shooting hot dogs for about 30 minutes to an hour, then it becomes less. Yeah. I think even during my normal, like, one stream, you notice my fatigue at the end. Where, at the end of the stream, I kind of just, I don't stop with any, like, big event. I just kind of stop playing, where I'm like, alright, that's it for HDVR today. And again, it's not that I don't enjoy HDVR, I really do. I think I have, you know, 350 hours in the game. It's excellent. I love it. It is just one of those games you need to play in bursts, I think. If there's no consistently new content, guns don't count, by the way. I don't count guns. I'm more speaking about, like, modes. Stuff that would keep you entertained for days, without repetition. But if there's no, guns are fun for like 20 minutes. I would say guns are fun for about an hour or two. 2 hours for me, because I really like new guns. New guns, for me, really add a lot of gameplay because I like to master them. You can tell when I haven't used a gun that much in HDVR because I end up not being able to accurately shoot with it or reload it efficiently. You can tell the guns I've used the most because I do it brainlessly. I shoot them and I reload them brainlessly. So that's why new guns give me about 2 hours of playtime, because in that time I am constantly learning and adapting to it and just stuff like that. Unless it's just a slightly different M4 variant, yeah. If it's just a slightly different M4 variant, yeah, that's not gonna give me too much. I think the problem now is, I say 2 hours, but that's what it used to be, in my opinion. Or it's multiple personality, honestly. That's the end goal, honestly. Getting a community who watches me for me. Because if that happens, that's the optimal, you know? It's the best. Because then I can comfortably... Oh, nice seahorse, dude. Because then I can comfortably stream whatever I want. Like, I want to get to a point where I'm streaming where I can comfortably stream any game I want, and I will get like 5 to 10 viewers consistently. And I mean like talking viewers, you know? I don't really care about having like thousands of viewers. I think that would be detrimental. If I couldn't read chat consistently, if I couldn't read every chat message consistently, I don't think that would be anywhere near as enjoyable. Chat, yeah. I think if you comfortably stream like now, you'll slowly build a small little fan base. Yeah. I'm not looking for 100 or 1,000 viewers. I'm looking for 10. Because I can read every message with 10 people. But I can't with 100. I think that's it's gonna be a sad day, because if I consistently keep it up, like, you know, if I'm consistent over the course of 5-6 years, eventually I might reach a point of getting 100 viewers. Eventually. But, this problem with boosting, you build up people who only watch for the quick, snappy action. Yeah. But I think that having that many viewers would just be a detriment. Because at that point, I don't think I could keep up with chat. But it's sad, because eventually, if I do keep it up consistently, there is probably going to be a point where I'd reach that. Depending on how big I start booming. I'm not guaranteeing on it, by the way. I'm not saying, oh, I'm going to eventually be so popular, because you know that. You know I'm not looking for that. It's just that it would be a natural inevitability. And once we reach that point, there's pretty much no going back, you know? I just eventually reach a point where I can't read chat consistently. And that's a sad day. That's a sad day when that happens. I mean, don't get me wrong. Having that many people would be great for commentary. Because I could just look to chat, take a topic, and just start talking. The hardest part about having no audience is still managing to talk while no one's there. Hey, King. But that's the hardest part about streaming when you have such a small audience, is talking by yourself. You may hear sometimes when there's you may hear a lot of times when there's a bunch of awkward pauses where, you know, I was consistently talking for a long time and then I stopped talking for like 10 seconds. And that's because I'm trying to think of what else to talk about. I'm thinking. I get cold content streams when I'm alone. I don't do that. I think that there's a difference between people watching streams for me and people watching streams for me in a group. That's why I understand when people don't watch stuff like Risk of Rain 2, because chances are I'm probably playing it with a friend. Like Bippin or Speedy. I'm probably not playing it solo. But at the same time, I still think people should watch it anyway because it's fun. Risk of Rain 2 is fun as hell. And, you know, the more people I have in chat, the more I have to work with in terms of commentary. And that goes for even if I have a group on me. What's Risk of Rain 2? I mean, you can join us in 2 hours and find out. It's a roguelike. Basically, you have 10 characters. You can choose a character. They all have skills, and you coordinate with your team, and you defeat bosses. You gain loot. It's basically a heavy looter roguelike. Think like Enter the Gungeon-ish. Maybe it takes aspects from every single looter roguelike, though. What am I looking for? So many weeds. But yeah, I kind of, my dream is 10 consistent viewers. And I mean consistent in that even no matter what I stream, they show up. I get 10. But at that point, you know, the floor, the viewer floor gets higher, but that also means the viewer ceiling gets much higher as well for stuff that I'm popular for. Kind of got 5 viewers right now. Yeah, but it's not going to be consistent. When I stream Risk of Rain 2 later on, I'm going to get 3. And one of those is going to be Bippin, because he always keeps my stream open to read the chat as well. So technically I'm only going to have 2. Or 1. Even worse, maybe. But when you raise the skill, no, not the skill, the skill ceiling. When you raise the viewer floor, the viewer ceiling gets much higher as well. So if I get 10 consistent viewers on all of my streams, no matter what game I'm playing, I can be playing the most obscure shit no one cares about. And if I get 10 viewers on that, all shit for you. I don't really care what you play. Well, thank you very much. But if I do get around 10 consistent viewers on most games I play, that means the games that I'm known for will get considerably higher as well. Like, I guarantee stuff like HDVR might go to something like 20 or 30. That's an okay price for a bunch of goth. I said a friend I would be 30 minutes. I'm actually closer to 40 now. And of course, this is the time when people start tuning in. Usually people start tuning around the 2-hour mark, you know? That's also a challenging part. People don't typically know you need like 2 hours of breathing room for a stream before people start tuning in, I think. Which is why you usually got to make streams longer than 2 hours. I just woke up. Hey, Mr. King, look. I did it. I kind of got a bad deal on them, though, but whatever. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure she actually sold them to me for the max price. Because, they, stunks. For me, they actually costed 110 bells each. Ouch. That's not good. But, I can get a profit out of that anyway. Not a massive profit maybe, but we'll see. It's random. It's Fang. Yeah, Fang's cool. He's got an unusually deep voice. He's cool. He has a lazy eye? Throw me off. He has a lazy eye? Does he? I think it might just be the way the Animal Crossing does its eyes. Kinda. I think it's just how it's something you don't notice at first, but basically every single eye in Animal Crossing looks like they always look to the right. It's kind of annoying once you notice it. But you can usually deal with it, you know, it's not that bad. It's a stylistic choice where they have them looking away. So I'll heal right now and you'll see that even my character, just one that was looking away and I was like, what the fuck? I think it's most noticeable on you can see on some of the thumbnails I have where my character isn't actually looking at the other character. For example, see, my character is constantly looking to the right. They're looking at the bench right now. And that happens no matter where you're looking and who you're talking to. So if I go and talk to a villager, for example, I'm still going to look the same way. I pick the eyes that look straight on. I would do that, but I don't like them because they look a bit like they're a bit pinprick. You know, they're very intense looking eyes. So if I talk to Axel here, I'm gonna look towards Nook's cranny. So it's consistent. It's just the other one does have some normal looking eyes. Yeah, I think it's because theirs move more than mine does. I mean, mine moves when I do this. Yeah, most of them have normal looking eyes, so I guess it's a lot more noticeable on Fang. Oh, he looks at you with both eyes. I guess that's a trait with Fang then, where he's a bit more... Yeah, he commits less to the conversation. You know what I mean? Where he's a bit more awkward with it, where he doesn't want to look you in the eyes, he's a bit nervous, I guess. Well, Audie is like, hey. Oh, because, yeah. She's much more confident. Yeah. That's a neat little detail, actually. The way the Fang looks away from you. A bit more nervous. I love small little details like that. It's so sweet. Alright. I think I will water my plants, and then we'll be done. I have already exceeded... Yeah, I have already exceeded his time. It's a shame. I do want to keep playing this game, actually. I thought this was going to be a shorter stream. Not. Any Animal Crossing... when I say an Animal Crossing stream is going to be short... Not true. He has a cranky personality. Does he? I saw him as more, I haven't talked to him enough, actually. I was trying to get him your keyboard. And he's a good boy, though. He looks more like a Haida. You know, like a Agretsuko Haida, where he's a bit... He's nervous, but he's kind of slightly hot-headed, maybe a bit cranky, a bit nervous, or such. But confident. In a lot of instances. Funny. You know, actually, Haida from Agretsuko is a pretty good example, actually, from what I'm talking about. That's what I kind of see him as. Seems Audie's the exception of the Wolfgang. Yeah, she's a lot more, eccentric. Although they seem to look away. Yeah, because she's confident. She knows who she is and what she's doing. Dude, you know what would be cool? If eventually Fang started looking at you with both eyes. I mean, I don't think they would do that. Because that kind of violates one part of their character, I guess. Yeah, I don't think Nintendo would do that. It would be cool, though, considering they like doing these small little mini arcs of characters getting used to you. Especially with stuff like Sable. So, you know, having small little details like that would be cool. I don't think it'll happen, though. I think that's the type of thing that Nintendo would keep. Because that's just a part of what Fang does. You know, that's just what he does. He's looks away. Oh, Nook Mouse. I didn't even notice. Oh, water plants, right. That makes sense. Dude, this theme's a banger. Okay. I think we're basically done. It's a shame. I wish I could keep playing. I love this fucking game, dude. I would totally go to like three more Mystery Islands. Honestly, I think this is the type of game that gets better the longer you play it. It's great. It reminds me of Earthbound so much. You know something that was actually really cool about this game? Uh, it actually, after about 6 days, the game actually like blew up in terms of character. Because in the first 6 days, there's no, whenever you talk to characters, there's no jingle. They don't change clothes. They just kind of stay the same. You know, their characters at their base. No jingle, no custom sound, no changing clothes. And then once you reach a certain point, suddenly I think it's once you get Isabel. Once you get Isabel, suddenly the game blew up in character. Because then they all started changing clothes, they started talking to each other, they started going out. With the going out as in getting out of their homes more and stuff like that. And they had jingles and, you know, more of their character traits pulled through. It was really cool seeing that, where it's like, oh, you know, this is the traditional Animal Crossing game, you know? And then once you reach the part where Isabel comes in and the game blows up in character, you're like, whoa, just there's a lot more interaction here and personality than even I expected. You know, it's kind of like it baits you into thinking it's going to be the traditional Animal Crossing, you know, watered down experience, and then it's like, no, it's more. It's the natural evolution, and it's great. I think this is a fantastic fucking game. It's so good. Anyway, games that kind of had a lot of personality and ease it in is great. Until you get terraforming. I'm expecting another boom once you get terraforming. Because then shit. That's gonna be pretty fun. But yeah, I'll be streaming Risk of Rain 2 in about 2 hours. Yeah, about an hour or two. I'm on 420 channel points. Yeah, I'll be streaming Risk of Rain 2 in about an hour or two. Probably 2 hours. Close. It's somewhere in between. Just think 2 hours. If you want to get notified, join my Discord. I'll probably be playing it with a friend or two, as usual. But I guarantee this time we'll be playing it. Whenever I say that I'm gonna play something after I've already streamed that day, typically speaking, I fucking don't stream again because I'm an idiot. But I guarantee this time I will be streaming in 2 hours with Risk of Rain 2. Animal Crossing hype. Yeah, Animal Crossing. I'll be playing Animal Crossing again tomorrow. If you want to join me for Animal Crossing, I'll be doing it again tomorrow around the same time. Around 4 p.m. 4 p.m. BST? Yeah, 4 p.m. BST. Maybe earlier, maybe later. It depends if I sleep in or not. Alright. I've kept my friend waiting long enough. I need to go. Alright. I will see you later. Thanks for watching. See you in 2 hours, maybe. See you tomorrow. See you whenever. Alright. Bye.